And you've seen many other games, yet you still play them. So what's the selection process? Like, you saw me play Lies of P DLC, yet you still played it. You didn't see me fight Arlecchino? Oh, I know one. I remember before you played Dark Souls, you were like, I'm never ever playing Dark Souls because it got spoiled for me. Uh, remember that? I'm just saying, like, playing it is different than watching it. I'm just talking about playing Black Myth Wukong. Forget Arlecchino. Cause like you can watch someone play Arlecchino, but you'll never actually like. It won't make you good at fighting him. What did you think of Arlecchino? With the way you killed him, man. That was hilarious. The fucking optional boss was kind of ass. No, dude, optional bosses are where it's at, dude. Like, optional bosses are supposed to be like the cream of the ultimate challenge. Especially if it's an optional boss in the DLC. Like, an optional boss in the main game is more difficult than regular bosses. But an optional boss in the DLC, which in itself is optional, so it's optional squared, that should be at least challenging. That boss was absolute trash. Yeah, it is, yeah. The fucking, the Predator, the crocodile guy, he was meh as well. Cause I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. Sigma, Sigma boy, Sigma boy, Sigma boy. Abdul, are you a Sigma boy? I hate everything about you. I, I hate everything about you. I, minus 61. Abdul, does the Yakuza guy beat Sam Porter in a fight? Anyone in fiction, you mean? But didn't but didn't Kiryu die though? Didn't he get slimed? Then nigga, how does he stand a chance against Sam Porter?
I sometimes forget just how much work you've done for us. Our research has been going great thanks to your assistance. Among other things, it's led us to develop this. I'm increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw. Hopefully it'll be enough for your needs.
Abdul Rahman.
We've made some improvements to the bulk skeleton's design. The increase in power. In addition, the skeleton itself now weighs less too, and can be packed and carried as medium-sized cargo. It still isn't quite up to our ideal standards, but so... And
Abdul, am I more handsome than Brad Pitt? Thank you, Master. What? When? He beat Angelina Jolie? When did this happen? Was it like a drunken beat the piss out or like a discipline thing? Honestly based. Don't you think? Abdul, you like Mexicans. Who do you prefer? Mexicans or Chinese? Mexicans or Indians? Mexicans or Americans? Americans or French people? Americans or English? English or Germans? Germans or I mean English or Austrians? English or Egyptians? English or Emiratis? English or Spanish? You're gay. No, answer for real. Ah, Spanish or Portuguese? I agree. Spanish or Greek? Spanish or Italians? Spanish or Iranians? Fuck. Iranians or Pakistanis? Iranians or Kuwaitis? Iranians or Kuwaitis? Me neither. Iranians or Afghanis?
Get some air.
Afghanis or Japanese? Afghanis or Yemenis? Afghanis or Omanis? Afghanis or Jordanians? Jordanians or Palestinians? Palestinian. Fair enough. Jordanians or Jordanians or Lebanese? Jordanians or Syrians? Jordanians or Israelis? Jordanians or Moroccans? Jordanians or Libyans? Jordanians or Algerians? Jordanians or Tunisians? Jordanians or Saudis? Jordanians or English people? Okay, it's consistent. Jordanians or
Hell yeah.
uh, Turkey, Turk, Turkish. Me too. Jordanians or Armenians? Jordanians or Georgians? Jordanians or Azerbaijanis? Jordanians or Kazakhstanis? Jordanians or Ukrainians? Jordanians or Tajikistanis? Tajikistan? It's a country. Jordanians or Turkmenistanis? Jordanians or Uzbekistanis? Jordanians or Kyrgyzstanis? Valentin Shevchenko's from Kyrgyzstan. Jordanians or Russians? Jordanians or Dagestanis. Jordanians or Sudanese. I haven't experienced that. They're always the nicest people. Anyways, Jordanians or South Sudanese? Jordanians or Somalis? Jordanians or South Africans? Jordanians or Nigerians? Jordanians or Ghanans? Okay, it's the whole continent, fine. Jordanians or Canadians? Jordanians or Panamanians? Panama. Jordanians or Belizeans? Jordanians or Brazilians? Jordanians or Argentinians? Jordanians or Paraguayans? Jordanians or Uruguayans? Jordanians or Chileans? Jordanian Jordanians or Bolivians? Jordanians or Colombians? Jordanians or Venezuelans? Jordanians or Australians? Jordanians or South Koreans? Jordanians or North Koreans? Jordanians or Thai? Jordanians or Filipinos? Jordanians or Myanmarians? Myanmar. I think it's because I influenced you too much, as as being born in Jordan. I'll find one. Eastern European, you say? Jordanians or Latvians? Jordanians or Lithuanians? Jordanians or Belarusian? Jordanians or Estonians? Jordanians or Polish? Jordanians or Macedonians. Jordanians or I said Ukrainians. I said Belarus. Belarusia. Jordanian or Polish? Jordanians or Romanians? Jordanians or Monacoans? Monaco. Jordanians or Liechtensteinians? Jordanians or Luxembourgians? Jordanians or Croatians? Jordanians or Kosovo? Jordanians or Bosnian? Jordanians or Serbians? I found it! I'm the goat. Czech is next. Serbians or Chechens? Chechens. Chechens or Slovakians? Yuri Prohaska must be your favorite fighter. Chechens or Swiss? Chechens or Belgians? Okay, I think that's all of Europe. Now on to Asia. Okay. Chechens or Indonesians? Chechens or I did Sri Lankans. Chechens or Micronesians? But you said you've never interacted with a Japanese person. I said Japanese. I'm talking about like people. I'm talking about people in general. But but yeah. Uh, and Chechen women are the best for you. But Jordanians, yeah, I don't know how to say it in English. The mom تقيل. Not the Palestinian ones. Yeah. Need? You like to be dominated? Why don't you like Egyptians, Abdul? In Egypt as well. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Like I've had Egyptian friends. I do have Egyptian friends. Egyptian friends make really like the genuine ones. They make really good friends. Like look at me. I'm an amazing friend.
Thanks for coming in this dismal weather. I'll review the status of orders right away. Just had to surprise me with this of all things. Thanks. I really missed it. You've really helped me with my research. Here's a little something as thanks. You can use more of my materials now.
Now displaying your current order grade.
By activating this A-Pass enhancement, you'll increase the amount. It should. I hope.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay, now ask me, Abdul. Yeah, Mariam. uh, like you want a specific person? And like as a mother for my mother of my children, and Mariam is out of the equation. Like I would still like I would choose Mariam in every lifetime, but hey man, when you when you're engaged, you get to cop out. Okay, so I would choose Mariam in every lifetime to be the mother of my children. Yeah, but you're asking like Mariam out of the equation. What nationality? I mean, I'd choose Egyptian if it'll get me the closest thing to Mariam. Maybe Jordanian. I don't know, it's really hard for me because I can't imagine being with anyone other than Mariam. It's okay. That's an easier one. uh, top five nationalities I've met: Spanish is up there. Russians. Uh, English people. Americans. And Americans are really awesome people. I love Americans. I may hate America, but I love Americans. Americans are just amazing people. Maybe Brazilians? I don't know, man. There's a lot of cool people. And you know, you'll actually be surprised by this one. Indians. They are some of the shittiest people I've ever met, But at some point, they were my most common friends, not nationality. Like Indians were the most common. I met one Lithuanian person. She was in my class in uni. She was cool. Actually, no, I met two people. One, I wasn't like that girl was. I was a friend. She was a friend of mine. That other guy, I was cool with, but like we weren't really friends. But we were cool. Like if he ever needed help, I'd help him. If I needed help, he'd try to help me. Abdul, check Instagram. Top five worst. Top five worst nationalities. Nigga, you gotta include India. I have to include Indians. I have to. Isra- Israelis. Number one.
How's that one?
I've met many.
Snag it. Way.
You've met Israelis?
You're mine. Wowzer!
No, not necessarily. I've met an Egyptian Jew once. But like he's never like he visited Egypt, but he like his family hasn't lived there since his grandparents. Like his grandparents immigrated to the UK, but he speaks Egyptian. What do you mean, D- dude? Before Israel, there were hundreds of thousands of Jews in Egypt. Only three religions are recognized by the Egyptian government: Islam, Christianity, and Judaism.
Snag
Like you can get a like by recognized I mean like you can have that religion on your ID. No. And only certain sects of Islam and Christianity are recognized. So like, yeah, but like they don't write the sects on your ID. But like like for example, it's illegal to like preach I don't know, Mormonism. But it's okay for Orthodox or Catholics, for example. They didn't. But like they don't add sects onto IDs or anything.
Look that one.
Worst five nationalities. So number one has to be Israelis because they protest. They protest for the right to rape Palestinian prisoners. They actively block aid into entering Gaza. Like I'm talking about civilians. Yeah, they constantly call for killing children. They gotta be the worst. Yeah. Uh. Second worst, I'd actually Iranian diasporas. Iranian diaspora. Yeah, people like him. They're the worst. They actually might be worse than Israelis. Actually, Iranian diaspora are the fucking worst. Let's see. Kuwaitis. Kuwaitis are really bad. Really, really, really bad.
You're looking good, Sam. Let's see about those orders then.
And Turks.
Seeing flawless cargo like this makes me wonder.
I've met some good
Can't wait
Turks,
to show everyone.
but a lot of them are just trash. Dude, I went to Umrah, and this group of Turks, man, like they just started pushing everyone around. Fuck them niggas.
Where in the hell?
Actually, Syrians are pretty bad too. And this coming from a nigga who's this is coming from a nigga whose grandmother is Syrian. My grandmother is Syrian, and I love my grandmother to death. But Syrians in general, they're bad. They're really bad.
I was able to whip up something special. Want to try it out?
They're very snaky.
I'm increasing the materials allocation for you. You'll find that there's a good amount set aside.
Now displaying your current order grade.
This grenade launcher is lighter. It should be easier to walk. I hope it helps you. Next up, promise you.
Order complete. Well done.
Yeah. Like, have you ever met Alawi? They're so bad, Abdul. You know that friend of mine that I exposed? He was a cook. He was Alawi, Syrian. I was friends with him for 22 years. 22 years of friendship. I just cut that shit right off. What would you do if you were in my place? Your friend is a degenerate cook. What would you do? I did, but like he's like, we're all just a little bit of. We all have a little cook inside us. I, and like I told him, bro, you have 3 sisters. Like, what if what if their significant other took their nudes without their consent and just shared it with other men on the internet? They'll be like, that's fine, not my problem. So like, how can I keep someone like that as a friend if he doesn't give a shit to that level about his sisters? Tell me. I I tr- I tr- I tried reasoning with him. The man has 3 sisters, Abdul. 3 sisters. Yes, but how can you do this to women? Yeah, when you have 3 sisters, like it's crazy. I have 2 sisters. Yeah, so the fact like the fact that I have like you don't necessarily need sisters to not do this degenerate stuff, but having sisters makes it easier for you not to do that shit. Probably.
Sam,
Yeah. Nice.
Can, can you just eat the fucking apple?
Sam, based on our latest assessment, we know where the Ghost Mech base can be found. When you're ready, access the G3 Magellan's delivery terminal and accept this main order. I'll brief you on the details after that.
To wake up to another order is just... I wish they could be up.
Sam,
a while. It would seem that tomorrow's grown. All that practice manipulating the temporal properties of apples has helped her to gradually and now she can treat you to the literal fruits of her labor. Perfectly right. I heard what Victor Frank said about you. You used to have a different keychain attached to it. Well, I don't blame you for... Barely any time has passed since you lost Blue. A terrible shock like that can affect... We can talk about it on another occasion if you like. It can be good to reflect upon our past. I've been mulling over the words Victor said to you. He's gone, but he still feels so close. The closer we are to people when they're alive, the stronger the bond we... No matter how much time passes, I still... No doubt you feel the same. One day, Sam, when you have a moment to spare, I'd like to tell you about my daughter. Apropos of nothing, I saw that you received EX capture grenades from the method. To think that the parasitic chiral microbes you brought her could be repurposed to infect and birth variant BTs and such, namely by combining BT crystals with your own DNA. This is indeed true. It's a true... You have to test this theory at the earliest opportunity, Sam. Come to think of it, when you consume a chronobiote, your perception of the world around you dramatically slows down. It's not hard to imagine why that'd be beneficial. You'd have a much easier time lining up your shots, and you'd see enemy attacks coming long before they had a chance to hit you. I'm reminded of the difference in the passage
By the way,
of
Abdul, the
time
answer to your first
experienced when you're
question,
on the
it would
beach.
be
It stands to reason
Jordanians,
both phenomena might be caused by microbes
Russians,
and their effects on our bodies when ingested.
and Koreans. No, actually, no, not Korean. Hi, Mimi. And I love today's movie. It was a really, really good fucking movie. Second best movie we've seen today. We've seen so far. Korean barbecue. Fuck Korean barbecue.
I don't really...
Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue is literal trash. Why am I paying a restaurant for me to do all the fucking cooking? Nigga, it sucks ass. It's a fucking scam, Abdul. You're right, Mariam.
Oh boy. Sam, aren't you feeling...
But why?
You're wearing my scarf. You're wearing my scarf.
Neil Vanna.
real Vanna, I'm certain of it. That clearly wasn't a memory of yours. Was it some thought of Lou's lingering in the pod? Hold on. Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number 4 years ago, but Vanna died in a void out 11 years ago. It doesn't add up.
Meaning what? That it was his memory we just saw?
He and Lou must be connected. But how?
Sam, the data you secured for us at the weapons factory earlier has proven invaluable. With it, we were able to continue our investigation and succeed in locating fabricators with suit. I'll brief you in depth as you review the map. Accept this main order from the delivered.
Never.
Okay, Sam. The facility we've identified is here. An abandoned factory south of the F5 East Distribution Center. There are operational fabricators inside. More than you had to deal with for the previous order, in fact. And to make matters worse, it seems these ones are configured to produce ghost mechs. Higgs is likely pulling the strings at this factory too. So with that in mind, your main objective is as follows. Eliminate both the ghost mech fabricators and any hostiles you encounter in sight. In addition, each fabricator contains vital data that we need you to retrieve and deliver to the Magellan. By analyzing it, we hope to gain insight into Higgs's activities and Tarman will give you the device you'll need to extract the data. For now, consider the route you wish to take.
Commencing route creation.
Do you think Asen has the patience to play a game like Death Stranding? Do you think he can?
Delivery route finalized.
Sam, you'll need to take this ring terminal expansion device with you again. Make sure it's in your possession whenever you attempt to access a ghost. If you have it with you, it'll automatically extract data from the fabricated terminal while simultaneously. Once you've disabled all fabricators, return to the Magellan with the device and submit it for processing. We'll handle the analysis on our end like... Remember that it contains special components that can't be reproduced by printed. Take every precaution to ensure...
That's so misogynistic of you, Abdul. That is actually extremely misogynistic. Abdul, what the fuck?
Feels good.
Mariam, thoughts on Abdul's misogyny? Are you excited for Night Train on Thursday? Why? No? Wait, 6? No. What's the time difference? 7 hours? 7 hours for me. Wait, if it's 7 hours, nigga, it's 1 a.m. for me. That means 2 a.m. for you. New Jersey. What do you mean 4 hours in a whole daytime? What does that mean? Yeah?
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Nigga, he's behind us. For wait, it's almost 2 a.m. now. So 4 hours behind. It's almost 2 a.m. where you're at. So that means it's almost 10 a.m. where he's at. So what's the day? Like what is that? Okay, what does that mean? Like 4 hours and the whole day? Why don't you just take away 8? So when can we play Night Train?
Sam, I've got a bad feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us. Stay on your guard and proceed with caution. I see now. They build ghost mechs in this facility. Sam, the ghost mech fabricators appear to have been activated. This could get very bad very quickly. We need to destroy them as soon as possible. its data too. There should be 3 fabricators remaining. Keep the ring terminal expansion device safe and proceed to the next one. Work, Sam. Only 2 more fabricators left to disable. Let's move. Almost there. Just 1 more fabricator to go.
Why? Why is it on fire? Salamtik.
Great job, Sam. All fabricators have been rendered inoperable, and we've
These
extracted
small pink
valuable data as well.
pimples.
Just need to mop up the remaining ghost.
Oh no. Are you okay?
Don't forget the ring terminal expansion device, Sam. And fabricators have been destroyed. All that remains is to take the ring terminal expansion device with the extracted data back to the DHV Magellan for processing.
Tom, are you okay now?
air job, she's practically sparkling.
It's good. Now let's take a look. No problems with this cargo. Tarman's analysis should proceed without issue. Thanks, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Our analysis of the data you extracted for us has yielded detailed records of deliveries to the factory. It seems both the materials used to manufacture those ghost mechs and the routes used to transport said material. This indicates that APAC was likely.
Wait, could this possibly mean that Higgs and APAC out? We should watch what we say around the president.
We'll need to proceed carefully. If APAC and the president did indeed have a hand in these activities. One more thing, Sam. Some of the data we received concerned ghost mechs outfitted with rocket launchers. I realise you didn't encounter this type within the factory, but it's possible Higgs may have already deployed. We need to prepare countermeasures for the DHV Magellan. There's a specialist who can help us in South Fort Knott. Just beyond putting F6 on the grid is one of our objectives anyway. For now, we'll make preparations in an effort to secure... You should head to your private room and try to get some rest before...
Good morning to you, Sam.
I hate that he sleeps without showering.
Sam, this is Charlie. Another assignment is now available for processing. Pick up this main order by accessing the delivery terminal at the F5 East Distribution Center.
Another order already? Why don't you try About that ghost mech we saw carrying what appeared to be a... I wonder if that coffin was somehow connected to the beach. I distinctly felt if you could deal a blow powerful enough to bypass its defenses, failing that, you'd always concentrate your attacks on a single look.
Aww. You know, I might add Disco Elysium to my list. Why?
Was that tasty, Sam?
What's the premise of the game? I'll pop a milli now. Yeah? Okay. So it's a detective game. It's a detective game. I'm popping a milli. I've been fucking hoes and popping millies, man. I feel just like a rock star. Abdul, do you like Xanax? No, you don't, Mariam. Why? I think you should give Wu Chang another try.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route find.
But you love stiff things, Abdul. Who did you see in a show before? Brad Pitt's love interest?
Thanks for the help. Thanks, Kyle. This one's for you.
Oh, which show?
Thanks for the help. Thanks, Kyle.
Minus 61.
Oh, hey there, Sam. Now, your next main order is ready and waiting. But, for one, the cargo container will start. This run is going to involve a hard trek up some snowy mountain. So make sure you're well and truly prepared. Now, the adventurer you're delivering to travels the continent to try and solve the mysteries of the
Yeah,
death
same.
stranding.
Soon.
You gotta respect a man putting in that. The cargo you'll be taking him is related to his latest
Bye.
investigations, or so I hear. I'd appreciate it if you helped out, not just with this order, but don't let us down. This delivery is courtesy of you. You just can't help but pitch in, can you?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Can't be safe or easy to travel in this weather, but I'm sure it's...
Order complete. Well done.
Turn around every now and then I get a little bit round, turn